Hello everyone, welcome you all to the food security portion. Okay, so as you know, it's a bit complicated topic that we have a lot of syllabus, but they are comparatively easy as they overlap with GS3 portion and other GS areas. Okay, so here we'll follow a different approach. In some chapters, we will see which are the important points which you need to remember. In other chapters, we will see details or the points which are the key. Okay, so this is from our notes. So, like, if you want to read from the notes, you can contact. Like, many of them have given reviews also. So, if you look at some of the questions also, you can see like strength and weakness of food grain distribution system in India, constraints in food grain production in India. Okay, then you have what is the food production and consumption trend in last 50 years. What is the hunger and hidden hunger, various strategies, national dietary guidelines, and salient features of a PDS and NFSM. Okay, Government of India, the poverty and other factors. These things are a little bit general questions. A vicious cycle of poverty and list the existing policy for combating malnutrition. Issues and challenges in the growth of food processing industry. What is food security? What is essential? Describe the current food security system in India. Okay. So here I will be telling you some important points which you need to remember, and I will be going to the next ones. Okay. So some points which you should remember, like there are like 190 million undernourished people, because these facts will be helpful across the topic. Okay. And as per the Global Nutritional Report, so India's rank may be updated, but there are like rank is around that 120 to 130, like out of 130, 120th rank, and it is in a poor performance. And as per the production trend, you can see this is of rice. Okay, how the production has increased. Okay, with respect to the domestic consumption, there has been production and domestic consumption has been shown. Also, you can see how wheat production and consumption is going on. Okay, it was around 50 million tons, both rice and wheat, and now slowly it has gone up to now like up to 200 to 250 million tons. It goes varies. Okay, around 200 it goes. Okay, then pulse also we should know. Like mainly we should talk about rice, wheat, pulse, and like millets. Production means okay, production of trends. So here you can see. Here it has been increasing like over 12 to 13 million tons. Okay, pulse. Now slowly it has reached up to 25. Okay, 20 to 25 it varies. So slowly it has gone up. And when you look at the millet production, that is bit changing. And if you look from 1960s, it is in a decreasing trend. But from the last 10 years, 15 years, if you see, it has decreased. But now probably by 2025, it is going to increase because of the government schemes and all. Okay. So this also you should remember, like important points when I'm showing you product wise consumption of pulses. Okay. How the this is like with respect to kg per capita per annum. Okay. So in 1988 around 2. Okay. Now it is nearby that only. Like pigeon P and all has decreased from 3.11 to 2.15. Okay. So others also you can just check. So some most of the pulses like the per kg per capita and per annum that has comparatively decreased because we are going to different kinds of fast food and other food products, diversifying our diet. Then when you look at the food security and growing population 2020, this topic I'm not going to discuss because it's already 2020 is over. So you cannot expect such questions that in 2020 what will because already the year has passed. Okay. So this chapter is important. Okay. Like In this chapter, it is about grain, reasons for grain surplus. Why the grains are in surplus? Like mainly, for example, rice and wheat. Okay, and majorly rice. There has been rotting. You would have read about in buffer stock in there, but still there is a lot of millions of tons of our food grains are rotting in the FCI. Okay, so what are the reasons? Indirectly, they are asking. Okay, earlier before green revolution, like we were begging for food grains, but after green revolution and after majorly after 2005, so we have become grains surplus completely, and we are the largest exporter also. You would have seen because India is the world's biggest rice exporter right now. Okay, why grain surplus? Because of many other like positive aspects have also contributed. Like you should remember, like agriculture technology post green revolution, there has been improved amount of technologies like better high yielding variety of seeds, okay, and better R&D and irrigation. There is number one. So all these things has made the um, ways in which the rice production has increased. Okay, also the bureaucratic efficiency and corruption, which by which we are not able to meet the last mile. Okay, and also the major issue is with respect to MSP because we have open-ended procurement. Okay, only for this rice and wheat. So what is happening is the farmers in Punjab, Haryana, and Western UP, all these region are growing only rice and wheat. But now we have production even in other states. Earlier it was not like that. We were depending on these states. So we depended on these states. But now we have production in different areas. And also we are having diversification of food. For example, you see, there has been like 197 percentage increase. Like you see, earlier the area in Bihar was 2.47 million tons was the production. Now it is 7.34 million ton. Okay, just in 10 years, it has increased many times. So all the productions in this region, like Northeast region, Northeast means this Eastern region has increased. So, but here also the production has increased. So what is happening? We are producing in excess. Okay, and also food grains which are not getting MSP, they are shifting from that to rice and wheat. Okay, also the growing agriculture subsidy, including food subsidy, have also contributed to the grain surplus. Okay, and also we have a higher MSP for rice and wheat, and yield is also more for rice and wheat. So all these factors contribute that for the grain surplus. And also the fertilizers. Majorly, if you see, fertilizer are used for rice and wheat, not for our pulses or other thing. So once you use more amount of fertilizers and more high yielding varieties, it leads to more better yield. And another thing is like R&D. So most of the institutes are also working on rice and wheat, and we have very good cultivars. That is also leading to increased grain surplus. Okay. And the other reason for grain surplus with respect to policy is that um, the last mile connectivity means we are not able to uh, find out the some of the poorest people in the chain. Okay. So what's happening is because of the lack of beneficiary connection, it is just rotting in the mandis. Okay, on the FCA. So and also the lack of focus on the crop diversification. Okay, lack of focus on crop diversification is also the reason. So that's why this farm loss and all came. You really why you came farm loss to diversify these areas from rice and wheat because government is incurring a lot of losses. Even if it exports, it incurs a lot of loss. Okay, there is grain shift. Okay, there is jump in the rice and wheat production much faster than any other crop. That is the reason. So major reasons I told you already, HYVs, then we have good machineries, improved agriculture practices like irrigation facility, fertilizer and pest management, okay, crop rotation and conservation techniques, and also investment in R&D because we have good genetic improvement, good extension services are there. Also government is providing all subsidies to the rice and wheat crop, okay, and also market intervention and buffer stocks. So we are keeping 30 to 40 million tons of rice and wheat. So that is creating a buffer stock in which We are focusing on them and we are procuring them. So open procurement is there. And also infrastructure development. And other reason for grain surplus and grains, they're going because they can be easily stored compared to any other pulses or anything. So farmers feel that this is like a cash bank and it is safe for them to give. Okay. So what you can conclude is that it is a combination of factors, including technological advancement, improved agriculture practices, R&D, support government policies. All things are leading to the grain surplus, which is made. Okay. So real reason is like 1960s, we were grain deficit. Okay. So we promoted this in this region, okay, in India to grow rice and wheat. But now slowly it has become counterproductive, you can say. Okay. But not counterproductive in sense of food security, but not able to regulate it. Just we started to give open procurement and it has become to a situation where uh, it is becoming slowly counterproductive. So this, I will not explain these things. Just remember, because you know all these schemes, you would have read in GS portion. Okay, in rapid revision series, I would focus on main, like those who are read once, so it will be helpful for you. Just you remember the name, you know this. Like at national level, NFSM, you should remember. Okay, you should remember about RKVY. Okay, you should remember about the like the Farm Science Center, rural areas, horticulture mission is there. Okay, so these policies have given rise to better agriculture, and international food policies like UN SDGs are there. Okay, then WTO agreements, sanitary and phytosanitary agreement, Codex Alimentaris Commission. Okay, and also we have regional and bilateral food policies like European Union Common Agriculture Policy, North American Free Trade Agreement, Africa's Union's Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program. So these are just to remember. You can, if there comes, you can write. Next is about production, procurement, and distribution constraints. So what are the constraints? Like when we produce, what are the issues with the production and procurement of the food grains from the farmers? Okay, and also distribution constraints, distribution to the farmers. What are the issues? So in case of production constraints, the climate and weather, that is one big constraint. Okay, like there may be variation with weather, this drought, flood, etc. And with respect to production, they're asking what are the issues like land and soil. There may be some salinity and other land related issues. Water scarcity and quality is also very important issue. And pest disease and weeds, limited input of resources, lack of credit and market information, small scale of farmers, lack of infrastructure and technology, and socio-economic factors like we have a majority of the small and marginal farmers who make up to 85-87% of the land of the people, and not over 45% of the land holding. These are also issue, and the environmental sustainability is also issue. Okay, so the constraints in agriculture food production encompass a range of factors, including climate and weather, land and soil limitations. Okay, so we need to address all of them for sustainable agriculture and development. Okay. Next is procurement constraint. What is the issue with procurement from the farmers? Okay, so it is very important for steady supply of food and raw materials, like fragmented agriculture market. I have discussed this in economics. I will not discuss it again. Okay, the price volatility, inadequate market infrastructure, all these have been discussed. I will not go in detail. Quality and standardization, because the quality standards are not met. We are not able to make procurement, like mainly in the food processing sectors. Okay, they have particular varieties and particular quality that needs to be maintained. Okay. Next is like limited access to finance, that is banking issues, financial inclusion, and other issues we can discuss. And information asymmetry. Okay, timely information, market information, market intelligence, and other things should be taken care. And policy and regulatory constraint. Okay, at the village level, we don't have proper procurement. Okay, that is also there. At the village level, we don't have procurement. They just give to the middlemen who are taking advantage of these factors. Okay, So what we need to do at the village level, we need to have procurement. Then we should try to do at the mandis. Okay. And the government also should be involved in making this supply chain more effective. And social and cultural issues are also there. Caste and the economy of the person are also determining these things. And conclusion, what we can say is like agriculture produce procurement faces multiple issues, like including price volatility, inadequate infrastructure, quality concerns, limited access to finance, information asymmetry, policy and social factors, which all needs to be addressed, okay, to make this more effective. This will be better understood if you listen to the marketing part. Okay? So what are the issues with respect to distribution? Like we are distributing these things to the different state governments or different organization. Like transportation infrastructure. You know that the logistic cost, okay, in India is very high, up to 10 to 15%. Okay, compared to other developed countries like around 5%. The logistic cost is very high in India. That should be reduced. And lack of cold chain and post-harvest management, so the cold storage facilities are not presently there in villages. Okay, and the post-harvest management practices cannot be followed. And seasonality and perishability, like tomatoes, okay, they can't be preserved. That's why, and onion also slowly, it will be difficult for you to preserve for a long time. That's why seasonality and perishability reason. And market access and connectivity. Okay, packing and labeling should be done. Fragmented supply chain. Okay, then quality control and food safety. Okay, and the price and profitability. The price fluctuation, lack of transparency, all these things are also giving rise to these issues. These are self-explanatory, so I'm not telling you all these things. You're all writing names, so I expect you to know these things. Availability of food grains, per capita expenditure on food. Okay. In this portion, usually the thing is like the, many questions have not been asked. Like for availability of food grains already I've discussed. So per capita expenditure on food and all. Okay. So food availability, you can see the trend, like it was like 50 million tons to 275 million tons. And net availability of food grain per person like is like 144 kg to around 177.9 kg presently. Okay. So if you look at the between 1996 to 1999 and 2015 to 18, annual growth rate of food grain is around 1.6 percentage. Okay, the highest is with respect to maize because that is increased yield. And next, followed by pulse and wheat and other crops. Okay. Next, we will come to trends in poverty, PDS, and below poverty line population targeted PDS policy implementation in context of globalization. This topic, I believe you would have covered in GS1, okay, and also in GS3. So, but still, let's go in a very fast manner. So, whenever they ask this, you can write about the poverty trap diagram, okay, how what do you say? Undernourishment can lead to the lower level of capital, then how that can lead to low productivity, low income, all this. Okay. So just remember few committees in that. Okay, Dandekar and Darnath committees. Okay, Alag committee, Tendulkar committee. Okay, Rangarajan committee.